You're live.
Hi, this is Dr. Alice Hixson, live from Flying Ketchup Press. And today, I get to talk to you on the vlog. I'm very excited. Lots of things have happened here this week. As you know, yesterday I had half my family here telling exciting stories about their lives, and they are quite remarkable people. Today I worked with a young writer on essay writing, which is nonfiction writing, and I am wearing my Shenandoah University sweatshirt. I've done a lot of nonfiction writing myself. I have a dissertation on music and writing in 4th and 5th grade students. So I'm spent a lot of time looking at the whole idea of expressing myself in nonfiction. And as you know, what I really want to do are my next 2 children's stories about Wheatley, the dog detective. So I know about fiction too. In working with this young writer, we talked about Uncle Jim and his stories yesterday because the subject was courage. And I actually hadn't heard all of Jim's story. He's my brother-in-law, and I sent the cookies and the t-shirts to Cuba when he was there, but I didn't know all of that story. So I said to the writer, do you think he was supposed to write about courage? So I said, well, what would happen if we threw your sister out at 18 and we just packed her box and said bye? Because that's what happened to Jim. Does that take a certain kind of courage? And he admitted, yes, it did, excuse me. But then we talked about what happened to Jim in Cuba. And I said, well, what kind of courage is that? Is that the same? And he admitted, no, it wasn't. That was physical danger. That was a different kind of courage. And we talked about that for a while. And then he talked about his own courage. You know, what makes you courageous? And he said, flying downhill on a bicycle when I think I'm going to fall off. And that is physical courage again. So he went off to write his paper, and I found out he wrote about his sister and the Avengers, which has nothing to do with Jim, or Marines, or bicycles. But obviously, he understood the concept of courage, right? So, to me, that says to me that nonfiction is important because it transfers into somebody's life. He's not making a book report about Uncle Jim. He's not talking about kids who get thrown out of their home and made homeless by their parents who have a weird parenting style. He's taken the concept that he learned in nonfiction, making it part of his life and writing this paper, which, by the way, is karate. So I'm just going to say this, and then I'll call it a day for this evening's vlog. When you come to Flying Ketchup Press and you submit a story to us, like Jim did, for the normal zone, whatever zone you're submitting, you're not just telling us your story. You're telling us a story that might help somebody else. Maybe it's a 9-year-old kid writing an essay. Maybe it's somebody who needs your story, but I hope you will do that. I hope you'll share your story. I went to Shenandoah University and shared my story, and I'm going to share you my story about Wheatley the dog detective, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your story, and I'm waiting right here at the Flying Ketchup. Everybody, good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.